Hello, welcome to the fifth experiment of case 2. This is state chart diagram. Okay, and we are basically looking for um, the state chart diagram of our application, the employee management system. Okay, now I'm going to explain the basic components of state chart diagram. Okay, I think it will be helpful if I have this to explain it. Okay, so state chart diagrams, they are basically behavioral diagrams. Okay, and they depict events that cause state transition. Okay, so they define different states of an object during the lifetime. Okay, and the states are changed by these events. Okay, so the basic components include the start notation. Okay, the start notation, you can see, is represented by a rectangle with rounded corners, and then we have the transition that marks, sorry, this is the state notation. Sorry, this represents a state. Okay, so this state notation is represented by a rectangle with rounded corners, and then we have transition that is marked, it marks the change of a state. You use an arrow to mark the transition from one state to another. Okay, then we have the initial state, which is basically a shaded circle, okay, a solid circle, and then we have the final state, which is basically a solid circle inside the surrounding circle. So that's basically the components of a state chart diagram. Okay, now our state chart diagram is the employee management system. So move on to that. So we have the state chart diagram here, and I'm going to explain this basically. So first of all, we have the initial state. Okay, and then we create employee account. Okay, when you create employee account, it moves to the registration state. Okay, now this registration state, either the employee can log in and it moves the employee to the active state, which means that the employee now is now active, or the employee's account can be deleted and it moves to the invalid state, which means that the employee is basically non-existent. Okay, so now from this active account, now the employee can receive salary. Okay, and the salary can go to the end state. The end state is denoted by a solid circle inside the surrounding circle. Or the employee can apply for leave. Okay, and it goes to a leave pending state, which is an intermediary state, where the admin determines whether the employee is qualified for the leave or not. If the employee is not qualified for the leave is rejected, and the employee goes back to the active state, which means the employee is still in working hours, he still works. Okay, however, if the employee is qualified for the leave at that particular time and the leave is granted, it moves over to leave approval state and then goes to the inactive state, which means that the employee is currently not working. Okay, the employee can also log out at the end of each day and takes it to the inactive state. Okay, which means that the employee is not working. Now each of these states can move to the end state. Okay, however, the employee can also be fired. When an employee is fired, it moves to the invalid state, which means that the employee is non-existent. So this is basically the state chart diagram of the employee management system. Okay, we have the basic state, the registration state, the active state, inactive, leave pending, leave approval, salary, and invalid state. Okay, thank you for joining.